The body of a second victim has been recovered from last week's San Rafael apartment fire. Investigators are now calling the site a crime scene. They just provided an update about 15 minutes ago, and Crowd 4's Teresa Estacio is live for us there in San Rafael with the latest on the investigation.
Hi, Justine. We just had a briefing with authorities out here in San Rafael. We are at 516 Canal Street. Joining me right now is with the San Rafael Police Department. This is Sergeant Justin Graham. We just had a briefing. Tragically, last night, investigators were able to find a second body inside the fire. Bring us up to speed. The fire erupted Thursday. We're calling this suspicious. And as we were listening to the deputy chief, he was saying that the reason for that was the widespread fire, top to bottom, that it was just so engulfed in flames. So where do we go now?
So where we go is that we continue to investigate this as if it were a criminal investigation, even though we still don't have an origin or cause. We do this out of an abundance of caution to make sure that we're very thorough in our investigation. Very much what you see here is us treating this like it is a crime scene. We want to secure it. We want to maintain the integrity of what's happening here. So moving forward, we'll continue to work through the heavily damaged apartment complex and continue to look for evidence.
I think it's also important is as you take some of the damaged property, you're putting this off-site so that you can examine that. And that is important in regards to if there is a prosecution in this case, that you do have the evidence, correct?
Yeah, so any evidence that comes out of the site, we secure it and we place it in our evidence as part of the case.
You are in contact with the owner of the property. Is that owner cooperating?
As far as I know, I haven't been directly involved in that process, but I know that we are in contact with the owner just because we're on the property and the activity that we're doing, and at some point when we've completed our portion of the investigation, we'll turn the property back over to the owner.
The one person that was discovered on Friday and then the person that was discovered last night, they were in two different locations inside the complex. Is that accurate?
That's correct. So the first deceased victim was located towards the back of the apartment complex. The second one that we found last night was found more towards the interior in the heavily damaged area. And
we don't have an identity right now, but we do think that the two people that were missing are the two people that were discovered.
Yes, so the two missing persons we believe to be the same two that we have located. There have been no additional other missing persons reports. However, part of this process, just out of an abundance of caution, is to continue to look for any other unaccounted for individuals, but none others have been reported at this time.
Did the cadaver dogs, or how was it that the body was discovered last night?
So yes, so the cadaver dogs actually were instrumental in being able to guide us towards the direction of where within the complex. And as I had stated, I believe on Saturday, that's when we came across some instability within the building. And that's when Marin County's Rescue Task Force 1 came to assist in shore. That personnel also assisted us in getting further into the building. And as we made further efforts in there, at one point we were able to get cadaver dogs in there. They alerted. And then we continued to basically go through each area piece by piece by hand and eventually came across the second individual last night.
The deputy chief was saying that this complex went through a process in July, that the firefighters went out there, looked at it. There were no citations issued at the time, but there are other steps that you guys need to look into, whether there was problems with the property or any other criminal activity in regards to the investigation.
That's correct. So our investigators will conduct a very thorough timeline of the history of this apartment complex. It's just part of the normal process of the investigation, but it's also to see if there's any anomalies. So our investigators will work with other city departments that have that information and will proceed with anything that's relevant.
Last question. There were some comments made or so forth like that about the age of the people that were found. These were not children, correct?
Yeah, both are identified as adults and not children.
Okay. Anything else you think is important for the public to know? We believe that you guys are going to be out here with the heavy machinery until maybe Wednesday?
Again, I would just let everyone know that we're extremely proud of this community. They've been very supportive of our efforts here. We know that what's happened here has greatly impacted so many. We want to express our condolences to the families, friends, and neighbors who were affected by the tragic loss of the two individuals. But again, I come back to the fact that this community has been extremely supportive of our efforts. They've cooperated with our investigators. They've significantly helped us out, and through the process of these interviews and our press briefings, we've received additional information. We've received photos, which are helping us with this investigation. So a big thank you to our community.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So as you heard from the sergeant, this is still very much an active investigation. We'll stay out here reporting for you. But for now, in San Rafael, Teresa Stasio, back to you, Justine.
Teresa, thank you for that update.